Yo, what up, my little tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. Hopefully y'all had a good holiday, got some nice presents, or just had a good time overall. Whether you were visiting family, making a nice dinner, maybe you were just playing Magic in your room, because that's what I was doing. Hopefully it was nice. Yeah, we will jump into our pick one, pack one here of this Arena QB, where we did not open Oracle of the Alpha, so we basically can just scrap this pack and throw it away. No. We did open some very good cards in this cube, two of them being in this pack. Hourglass Coven, one of the best black creatures. We've seen it before, we'll say it again. This has a pretty crazy spell book. You get baseline 3/3/3s for 6 mana, and yeah, they all have some kind of ability that's usually kind of relevant. Some of them win faster than others. Sky Sovereign Console Flagship, another really solid top-end card. I don't like this one too much in my decks because I don't often have a lot of creatures to crew them, but it is pretty good, especially if you can like flicker it or whatever. Liberator's solid. Rite of the Elysian Grove is good. I mean, I'm just going to stay open and I guess take the boat here. I think it's the best choice as a stay open pick, but that's not a pack that I particularly like. Okay, got a couple of good cards here in pack number 2. Portal to Phyrexian, I've mentioned before in the last few videos, but I've had some good success with this card. It's just a late game win con if you can get to 9. Cityscape Leveler, another nice 9 mana spell. Both of these are from Brothers War, of course. Rather 8 mana spell on this one. Mindstone, always a solid choice though. Similar to the Sky Sovereign. I mean, I guess the Portal and the Leveler are artifacts as well, but those are much more likely to wheel, so I'm going to take the 2 mana ramp here. I'm still of the mindset that you should be playing, or rather forcing, some form of blue deck. I mean, here, I can pull up my stats after we get our next pack, but it's just kind of crazy how good. Like, I know at the beginning when they first came out with this cube, I was like, oh yeah, this is the creature version of the cube. You don't want to be drafting anything crazy anymore, or, you know, fun, silly decks anymore, but the more I've played it, the more that it turns out, you know, forcing Oracle of the Alpha or Urza Melding or something like that is still just really, really good. Yeah, I'll move into pick 3 here. Fabled Passage, Metamorph is safe, Drowned Catacomb. All the Skyclave's really good. If you're going to play a creature deck, Yawgmoth is another really, really good one as well. This card just hoses so many decks. Ability's quite nice, but I like taking the Metamorph here. But yeah, let me pull up my stats real quick, and you can see how the latest drafts have gone. This is using the 17 Lands app to track. This is not something that Magic supplies. But yeah, look at the last like 10 drafts or so. All of them are like some combination of blue, red, and white, and you can see our overall win rate. Anything with a star next to it means it's a 7 winner. So I'm forcing it, and it's still working, so I don't see any reason why not to just keep doing so. And if I have the best win rate and the most fun forcing blue decks and trying to get Oracle of the Alpha, then I don't see any reason not to just continue that. Sky Sanctuary Warden here, as we get our pick number 4, is one of the best white creatures I have found. This is just so solid for 6 mana. It's a win con by itself. It comes into play with 2 shield counters. You can remove one of them for an extra card and a 1/1, so it gets around some type of like edict effects like Liliana. But also, if you have any Planeswalkers, you can remove the Planeswalker loyalty instead to draw cards. So Warden has been one of my most successful white pickups. Languish, very good if we wanted to get a little bit of removal. Glacial Fortress, also in the pack. Sanctuary Warden, just a little too strong. And it's actually a creature that can crew the Sky Sovereign, so gets a little bit of bonus from that. Another decent pick here. Pack number 5 for us, or pick number 5 for us. We have the Ral Storm Conduit. Super fun card that goes up in loyalty very quickly. And if you copy, I mean, there are any number of spells in this format that if you copy, they kind of just win the game on their own. Expressive Iteration's always great, although I've seen this card wheel more often than not. People still kind of sleeping on it, maybe. Kolaghan's Command, always fantastic. Talk about this every single time, but just good value all around. And then Ornithopter of Paradise. I'm going to go with the Planeswalker here, though.
Ready to go toe-to-toe with me?
Into a nice pick of Steam Vents, fantastic follow-up to Ral. I've come down on these type of creatures like Jin Gataxius quite a bit. Jin Gataxius, Scholar of the Lost Trove, those cards are like whatever. You'll play them if you need a win con, but they haven't been Very exciting. Steam Vent's perfect. Treasure Map, another one of my preferred 2-drop artifacts in the format. Very nice one here. Does a little bit of scry action, a little bit of card draw later on, a little bit of ramp. Passing a coast, and that's about it. Some nice cards still here for pick number 8. We could take the black-white land, though I think I'm going to take the Sulundi Vision. This is another card that I've been really happy with, especially if you can get the Approach of the Second Sun. I know I keep mentioning this if you've watched any number of these videos, but Sulundi Vision with Approach of the Second Sun is just a great way to kind of immediately get the game win. All right, here's our wheel pack. Did not expect anything to come out of this since this pack was so weak. We did get an Alrund, which I'll cut off for the blue signal, but this is the original Alrund, so the bird version is not a 3/3, and the Alrund version doesn't look at 3 cards, it only looks at 2. Still fine if you need a filler card, but generally I'm not going to play that. Okay, we did wheel Portal to Phyrexian if we want to take that over Omen of the Sea. Again, another really nice win con. Right now for ramp, we have Mind Stone and Treasure Map. I mean, a lot of the times a 9-mana spell like this is going to sit in your hand, but I do think it's good enough to take there for sure. Fabled Passage versus Drowned Catacomb. Generally, I like the duels here more, but we don't have any reason to be playing black yet. So I guess the fetch may be slightly better. Our removal's a little bit shallow right now. Nice Glacial Fortress, though. Pick up. Still feels like, to me, a lot of people undervalue the lands, especially lands like these shock lands. Like, sure, you're not always going to take the check lands like this, but Ornithopter Wheeling's also surprisingly really good. I don't care for a creature ramp as much as, like, the artifacts, but still solid enough. Okay. Very good pack one, I would say, given what we saw. Moving to pack number 2, where we get a Commit to Memory, perhaps. Another really good one if we can get the Oracle, but just good interaction, plus later on if you need the fresh hand. Obviously fine. Pact of Negation's pretty good. Oh, that usually tends to wheel. Magma Quakes for some mass removals, always solid as well. I do think I'm going to take that here over Commit, perhaps. Other good cards include Oracle of Moldiah, wrong Oracle. Rona's Vortex is fine. Nightmare's great, if we did want to delve into a little bit of black. I mean, it's probably just safer to take a blue card. I guess I will take Commit to Memory over Magma Quake. There are a bunch of replaceable pseudo-wrath type effects. Magma Quake's not even one of the better ones anyways. Yeah, I'll take Commit. Okay, so win cons right now, we have Warden, we have Portal. Sky Sovereign's not really a win con without more creatures to crew it. There is a world where I'm going to end up cutting the Sky Sovereign. I don't think any of these cards are what we want. If I'm lacking on playables at the end of the draft, then sure, we can put the command, the adversary, or whatever in the deck, but for the most part, I don't care for them. Oof. You know what the pick is here. It's Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. I'm not gonna expand upon Mirrorbreaker any more than I already have before. The card's just amazing. You should always take it. One of the best cards in the cube. Sweltering Sun's very good. A couple of Tri-lands. Maybe we wheel Thirst for Discovery. Easy pickup for me there. Fable does kind of help get us to Portal mana too, if the 2/2 Goblin survives, right? Also, man, can you imagine copying Sanctuary Warden with the Kiki Jiki Reflection? Kinda spicy. Yeah, good start so far. Big picks for me are going to be like Burn Down the House, Day of Judgment, Settle the Record's like okay. Any more fixing is going to be good. This pack is not very good, however. Wow, this pack is really bad, actually. These are all second-rate cards for my deck, I think. Spell Pierce, I could take it. It's probably going to be cut at the end. Same thing with Pillar of Flame. They're just much better burn effects for 1 mana. Elder Dragon War, very replaceable, but fine, I guess. I suppose Elder Dragon War is the best of those choices. Because at least I can rummage, find some better action, or, you know, get a 4/4 token. Chandra, however, is a very good red card. This is one of the better Planeswalkers. It's just good versus aggro, good versus control. Does a lot. Alright, I will replace Elder Dragon War with Chandra. Passing a blue-red land here, and like an opt. No big deal.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my flames.
So Chandra works well with that Sanctuary Warden I was talking about. Actually, I mean, both these Planeswalkers are in... Presumably, if I have Sanctuary Warden on the battlefield and either Chandra or Ral, we're probably winning. Yeah, the Sky Sovereign still looks the most questionable. Metamorph you can play on 3. Oh, I forgot to mention, so this cube is up, the Arena cube that is up until January 1st, the start of the new year. And then Vintage Cube is up until January 25th. So I'm going to probably do a bunch of Arena Cube as it's in its last week now. And then the Vintage Cube will start recording more of those after the Arena Cube's done, since it's up for another month. Okay, pick 5, pack 2. A couple of lands we could take, a couple of decent spells. Crab here as well. Clifftop Retreat, Seal Away, or Hard Evidence are my choices. I think after picking up Chandra, I don't need to take the removal as highly, but the fixing looks great. Let's do that. Maybe the Clifftop Retreat would have wheeled too, but I'll just take it. Neutralize over Seagate Restoration, which could wheel. There are 9 cards after I take the Neutralize. Let's see, I'm at 12 playables right now, plus we can throw in some of these if we really need to. What are we looking for? Patient Rebuilding? I don't actually like this card, but it is a decent win con. If you can control the board and then resolve this on turn 5, then you're usually in a pretty good spot, but versus a lot of decks, and especially the more aggressive decks, you don't really have time to do this, and I think it's not as good of a win con as a lot of cards, but it's the only card we might end up playing here. That's pretty good. Adarkar Wastes, Lower Hold Command, Brazen Borrower, all nice, nice, nice. Man, I've had some really good success with Lower Hold Command. It's surprising how much work this does, even though it looks like one of the weaker commands. I'm a little bit tempted to take that over Brazen Borrower, but Brazen Borrower is always just so good. Okay, wield a bunch of stuff here. Let's go with the Pact over the Magma Quake, I think. Although that's close. Pact is really good, and I guess we only have the Chandra right now for... And that's not even a true big removal spell, but... No, I'd rather have Pact. Okay, we did wield a Thirst. There's also a red-white land here, or a Seagate Stormcaller, which doesn't do much. I don't see us running Thirst for Knowledge, or whatever, Thirst for Discovery. So I guess I should just take the red-white land. Pack 3 is going to need to help us out a little bit. But I think this is an okay start. Yeah, Spell Pierce on the wheel again. Fine, but don't know if we want to be running this in the main deck. Ketria Triumph Wheeling's pretty good. Another blue-red land. How many tap lands do I have now? Taking that over Opt. Alright, we have 2 lands that automatically enter tap. Nice. The Crab Wheeling's also very good. But all of my other lands can enter untapped. Oh, Restoration Wheel too, sure. Okay, pack 3. Give me the goods. Oracle of the Alpha, one time. Bolt, and a bolt, and a pathway. So lightning bolt versus obliterating bolt versus pathway. I'm going to go ahead and take the obliterating bolt here. There are a bunch of 4 toughness creatures, and the exile is super relevant in this format too, so I think this probably serves a better purpose in our deck than good old lightning bolt, which only gains the instant. I'm expecting the pathway to wheel, since all the lands generally wheel. Would love to cut the Jetmir's Garden if possible, and maybe even the Triome, just so we don't run too many tap lands. I could turn into more of an aggressive deck too if I take the Dorat here. We have some decent like aggro potential. But that being said, we have Assunes, Birth of Meletus, Double Vision. Yeah, we'll go with the Assunes. Okay, maybe we are going to play that Jetmir's Garden after all. Sorry that some of the cards get cut off, and that's on Arena's end, not mine. It's not like I can see it. For some reason, they've started to cut off the cards a bit. Another blue-red land. We could take Field of the Dead. I don't think Field of the Dead is very good in this cube, but I have a bunch of lands already. Sure, why not? Let's change things up and get Field of the Dead here, and maybe if we can find Golos, we'll run it. Pick 4, pack 3, we get a counterspell. Just good old counterspell, blue-blue. Versus Star of Extinction, which frequently wheels. Obstructionist is fine, Consider is fine. How many white lands do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4-ish? Mizzix's Mastery doesn't look good here. It's so unlikely that if I take Mightstone, Weakstone that I would get Urza at this point. And because I don't have like Displacer Kitten, this is just like okay on its own. But I think we're still going to take it because it's a 5-mana removal spell that can help some of our other artifacts. Plus, in a pinch, it's a 5-mana draw 2 and it casts Portal early. I don't expect this to pan out very well. Ooh, big score I like a lot too. It gives us some treasure, gives us some filtering. Fading Hope, Disallow, and one with the Multiverse all would be good wheels. Actually, the Field of the Dead's even better than I thought it was, because we also have the Restoration and the Vision, which can be played out as lands, you know? I'm probably going to end up regretting not taking that Magma Quake earlier. Wow, that's a Scarab God. I should probably take Lantern, but man, that is a very late Scarab God. Sheesh. Any of these cards good for us? Does Breeding Pool do anything here? We don't have any use for the green, right? No. We're not going to play the Poppet Stitcher, though. Alright, Pathway did wheel. Very nice. Great for field. Great for fixing. So, where did we end up at here? 22 playables right now, including 2 DFCs, so just find 2 more playables and we'd be good. But if we don't, then I can always shove in one of these random blue or red cards. Double Vision, yeah, just not good in this deck. Dorat would be good, but it doesn't really fit our style. I guess I'll take Disdainful Stroke. It's an awkward counter, but it's still a counter. So that leaves us with Pact, Disdainful Stroke, Counterspell, Neutralize, and like a commit for our spell interaction. I'm wondering if I should just run the Elder Dragon War then. Yeah, that's probably alright. Wheeling Chip, which is not very good with no other creatures to equip.
Symbiosis is harmony, and harmony is strength.
Okay. I'm not expecting much from this deck, but time and time again, I say, yeah, this deck's okay, but not great, and then we just end up getting a bunch of wins anyways. So, And there's a Star of Extinction on the wheel too. Ah, I might run that. Jeez, exclude and Baral as well. I mean, I guess the Baral looks okay here. And the... Do I want to play this? It's not good with counter spells, but it looks... Oh, and the Sphinx is Rev, dude. Alright, well, we're gonna need to make a bunch of cuts now. Need to make a bunch of cuts. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut the Elder Dragon War after all. Metamorph is decent, but... I think that's also an easy cut. I suppose the Mightstone Weakstone should also be a cut, since I don't really have much to do with it. It's like a slow removal spell, an expensive card draw effect, and it helps us cast exactly Portal, so maybe not enough synergy quite yet. Can probably get away with one last cut. I think picking up that Revelation was good. We'll end up running that. Maybe it's just the Disdainful Stroke. So we can go 16 lands with 2 DFCs. Or maybe I still want to go 17, actually. This looks like a deck that really wants to find its lands. I could also, yeah, I could also just go 17 lands without the Seagate Restoration. I think I'd prefer that. Wait, no, what am I talking about? I have Field of the Dead, never mind. We'll go 16 lands with the 2 DFCs. That's fine. Talk myself into it at the end of the day. Okay. So get 8 basics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe 1 planes. Maybe 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 9 plus the 2 blue DFCs. And then for red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that looks like plenty. Okay. So I guess I can get away with 2 planes after all. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 potential different land types. 14 with Treasure Map for Field of the Dead. Classic Jeskai Nummy control here. No Kitty Cat, no Oracle of the Alpha, but hopefully we can get some decent wins. Let's go. On to round 1. And looks okay. Oof, really wish we were on the play here. This is a hand that will get rolled over by like a 1-drop, 2-drop creature curve, so hopefully they're not plains or mountain to start. How about a plains mountain to start? Maybe they kept a slower hand. Oh, okay. That's fine then. No, we will run out the map here on 2. You could hold up Counterspell there, but this way I get to hold up Counterspell next turn and activate map. And we are not going to scry main phase. Because I think we're still okay drawing like 1 more land. Yeah, maybe this is just a mirror match. Don't want to play out the second island because, again, we do have Field of the Dead. Okay, well, if the opponent's missing land drops, that is a huge game winner for us, basically. If this is another control match, then them missing lands is absolutely brutal. Nice pathway draw. Can't afford to miss land drops in these type of matches. Yeah. I feel very far ahead. We're going to discard. Wait, they just discarded a land. Oh, whoopsies. They just discarded a Seagate Restoration. Maybe they forgot. Yeah, they must have just forgot they could play that out as a land. Shuffling's a little bit awkward, but I guess it's fine, because now we don't mind if we redraw the Soons. So we shuffle one island back into our deck somewhere on top, and then we shuffle the Soons back as well. So Field of the Dead will trigger immediately if we draw it. I will go ahead and run out another island this turn, and we'll just pass. The end of their turn is when I'm going to start finally casting my spells. I'm okay with them digging. Yep, that's fine. I think I'm going to lead with big score, discarding the Star of Extinction. They didn't find a land? Between Supreme Will and their draw step? Wow. It is kind of nuts. I don't even need to do anything here because they didn't have a land drop. I could just let them go to discard again. Okay, well, that Chandra will probably just wrap up the game. Phoenix of Ash. Whoa, what is going on? So commit's basically the only thing you could have here for Chandra. And that doesn't work. They do get to draw a card though. All right, and that's probably all we need to do. All we need to do to win the game now. Just sit back with Chandra, a couple counter spells. Maybe we resolve Ral. One emblem is beatable at this point. That's spicy. Mass. Oh, maybe that's why they discarded the restoration. They had Mizzixes in their hand. That's kind of awesome. That would start to make a little bit more sense. Okay. 20 life, 19 life. They're over it. Obviously, we had a huge mana advantage, and yeah. Not too much to say there, but GG's. We win. We go to the next. Okay, on to game 2. On the play, hand looks okay. Do we want to run out the Salundi as a land here, or do we want to sit on it? I guess I will go ahead and lead on Island and then see what we draw. But given that I have a 9-drop in my hand, it would make sense, and the Revelation too. It wouldn't would make sense to run it out. Let's hold up Brazen this turn. So if I draw another land next turn, I probably don't need to run out the Slendy. Okay, yeah. That's nice. Now I'm gonna run out the Slendy. In case I don't draw lands for a few turns here. That's annoying. Doing nothing the first 5 turns is not exactly the best way to win a game of Magic. I feel like I'm actually okay running out of Small Sphinx's Rev here and see if they have a counter for it. Feel it out. They might not even counter a draw too. Big score, Fiery Impulse and Response, that's good. Okay, so let's Fable and go grab a Plains. And that way our Field of the Dead is online.
Looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
So they do get a free turn to do something here. But if I get to untap and activate Chandra again, I'm going to feel moderately confident. But they have a bunch of mana, so we'll see what they can do here. Kicked Fight with Fire. That wasn't too bad, actually.
Fizzled out.
Like, yeah, they got rid of Chandra, but that wasn't actually too bad. Oh my, and that's a fantastic hit here as well. Okay. Draw 6, no maximum hand size. Okay, now we have too many things to do. Cataxius is not going to be good enough. Let's see. So we need to bait with a spell to get it countered. So let's bait with Treasure Map. And then we can commit the Gataxius and bolt away their Solemn. That's fine. They're also tapped out of blue now. Oh, that's disgusting. So let's now go with one with the Multiverse. And we can blow up their island. That blows up their Jhin. They won't be able to cast Jhin, their other Jhin next turn. This is so gross. I guess if they draw an island underneath that Mind Stone, they can, but that's not even good anymore. Like that again, this doesn't even do anything. So land off the top with Multiverse. Lead on the crab to get countered. And then we play 0 mana Portal, make them sack Ataxius. Warden and hold up Counterspell. Seems like a good game to me. I have to make sure I don't deck out now is my only way to lose, basically. I get to steal their Gataxius from graveyard next turn. Oh, maybe they have a Sublime Epiphany to counter the trigger, but we just counterspell it and say GG. Yep. $11 cards left. There's Pact of Negation on the top. Very nice. Okay. And I wish you luck, my friend. Resolves. And that should do her. Oh, we don't actually want the copy to resolve, because then my Brazen Borrower, my real one, doesn't go off. Oh, wait. I thought I didn't copy it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Nothing matters here. Nothing at all matters. Okay. Lovely. 2-0 start. Game 3 we go. That looks like a turn 3 mirror breaker to me. So even though the rest of the hand's pretty slow, it seems like an easy keep. Feeling like Salundi Vision on turn 2 is going to be correct unless I draw map or something, Mind Stone. Okay. That's 5 different land types for Fable. Or not Fable, Field of the Dead. We haven't even seen our Field of the Dead yet, though. Why do I feel like they might have a Mana Tithe? I don't know, we'll find out. Yeah, the way that they led with the planes that made me feel like they had the Mana Tithe for some reason. Maybe I should have waited. I mean, I guess that's good we got rid of it now, because we do have some nice 6-drops in our hand that we'd like to resolve, but... God, I had that weird inkling that they had it. So I could have just held up Brazen, passed, Fabled the following turn. The Fable token would have given us some treasure to beat the Mana Tithe later, too. Oh, that's a nice draw. That's a really nice draw. Smack down. Okay. Oh, we're going to be able to cast one of our 6-drops next turn, barring any shenanigans. Fine. I don't think... Ooh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think I want to Brazen this turn, but I guess now that they've tapped out, we'll go ahead and bounce the Pelt Collector and then just resolve our Warden. It's also safe to Soons and blow up the scales, but I think I like this a little bit more. Because they could go Pelt Collector into something now and make the Pelt Collector a 3/3 immediately, but... I mean, I have the Bolt in hand. Okay, there's the Pelt. This is Pelt and Pass. That would be good. Ooh, we even drew Ral Zarek to start removing counters from that instead if we want to. I think we're just gonna smack for 5. No shield removal. Okay, that's fine. So now, the reason we're going to let that resolve, what I could have done there is, I could have sooned the seal away in response, and then my Sanctuary Warden wouldn't go away. But we actively want the Sanctuary Warden to go away so that I can get it back and re-trigger. It's fine. Here we go. We're gonna blow them the hell out. This is almost scoop worthy. So eat, trade, trade. I do lose my shield. Perfect. And now we can go Ral, copy, bolt the Lyra. And I have to imagine that's game over, because we have also Counterspell in our hands. Get to attack with Warden to remove one of the loyalties from Ral. And you better have something impressive here. I don't know what they can do, because, yeah. You know what? Did I miss lethal? No, I didn't miss lethal. They're at 11. I was going to say, maybe if I just don't even block their 2/2s and trade. Man, Sanctuary Warden's so good. People still pass it. They don't even know. I don't know what Day of Judgments is doing in your creature deck, but it doesn't matter.
Like a bolt out of the blue.
That'll do.
Signs indicate that hurt.
I'm one short of lethal with committing here. Unless I drew a cheap spell off Mind Stone, but... Alright, shock themselves. GG's. Easy monies. 3-0? 3-0. You put some Jeskai cards in my hand in a cube, and it's just like... It doesn't matter what the cards do. They just win. Alright, on to game 4. On the draw with this hand? Ooh. Now this is keepable, though. So this is a turn 1 Garden, turn 2 Plains, cycle Neutralize, turn 3 Fable, turn 4 Big Score, turn 5 Chandra or something. Assuming we never drew another spell and like just lands. I think that's fine. Okay, island off the top is good. Yeah, there's a chance we won't even need to cycle the Neutralize if we just draw another blue source. I mean, just even drawing another land means we might not even need to fire off Neutralize cycle. Yeah, I think we'll hold on to the Neutralize now. Ooh, double Topsy. I'll go for it. Alright, it resolved. That's very good. Sure. Fable still gives me a lot of value, so I do not mind that play. think we'll probably be discarding the portal and 1 planes here. Kind of safe. Nice. So the downside about playing the second island is that Field of the Dead becomes worse, but this obviously lets me hold up Neutralize. Or something like Wandering Emperor. That does take away my ability to Chandra next turn, but that's fine. And that's pretty bad too. Okay.
If you show remorse, hurry.
Yeah, Planeswalker into Planeswalker's grody. And foretell a card end of turn. Okay. Well, I like firing off the Brazen then and bouncing the Teferi here. And then if they replay the Teferi, we get to go Chandra, kill Teferi. That's fine. Epiphany by itself, when they didn't have a Planeswalker on the battlefield, didn't really matter, I feel like. Though I guess downside here is that Chandra kill Teferi now is less good, because then the birds can finish off Chandra. Soon's intervention. Oh, I'm happy with that. And they even killed the clue and not the treasure. Okay. Yeah, let's just go Chandra, wipe the board.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation. Check out these fireworks.
Wait, does Portal Phyrexia sack Planeswalkers too, or is it just it's just creatures? Okay.
Right on schedule.
I hope they tuck here. That'd be great. Darn. So we can still go Obliterating Bolt into Chandra downtick to kill off the Teferi. Ah, well, now they probably have saw it coming. Okay, well, I'm still gonna go for it. Force them to counter that. Oh, they didn't.
Time for plan B. As soon as I think of
Okay. Wow, that's very good for us.
I suppose that's how it was meant to be.
Huh. Oh, it's a Behold! Shoot, nice. Well, that went better than expected. Double top again. I mean, they have 7 cards in their hand, so... my confidence is not high, but... like, if they just have a bunch of random counters in their hand, it's not the worst case scenario, I suppose.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
Okay. Maybe they have a big shark or something? Oh, they have a Sphinx's Rev. For 5? What's in my deck? I could hit Counterspell, Pact of Negation, Commit. I guess now's our time to fire off our own for 5 in response. Okay. Those were not the best of hits. You just take, yeah, big spell here if you're them, since everything else is still castable. Oh, maybe they're gonna flicker their Spellbinder to do again? Sure, 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 sure. Actually, all of these cards are not super relevant, are they? Huh. I don't even feel like we're in a bad spot. That was their best turn? Okay. Well, Warden was a good draw.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm in here?
Let's just go Warden and hold up Counterspell, I guess. I'll go ahead and remove one counter from our Sanctuary Warden. Opt or consider something. Fading Hope? Sure. They have 11 cards left in their deck. I have 14. Playing out the Iganjo as a land. 5 cards in hand. I mean, I guess I just have to let that resolve. Elish Norn. Alright, so they're going to be able to kill the Chandra here. So we go for the counter, they'll pop their Hermit. That's fine. My creatures die. They have to send both at Chandra to kill her. Hey, Field of the Dead, finally! But it's not even good here. Guess we just have to main phase commit that thing. So they can scry with Omen and then recast Elish Norn this turn if they wanted. Oh, they didn't do that though. I mean, they might just have a different way to draw a card here too. I have a Star of Extinction in my deck somewhere. Ooh, that's not good. Although they do know I have a Soons. Huh. And they didn't do out their Hermit, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana? That's brutal. Well, I think I have to run out one of my big spells to get it countered or whatever. Well, they didn't? Hold up, they didn't have a counter. Okay. Bounce Otawara back to my hand.
Ooh, a battle. Ultimately.
Huh. What? I need to find Star of Extinction.
Good.
So they milled the star. That probably does it then, huh? Elish Norn attack me for an infinite. We have memory, but we don't have enough to do after that. Is that my only wrath? Yes, it was. Once again, they kind of do have to kill the Ral, though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 mana, so I could memory into a 5 mana spell, but that's not good enough. Sheesh.
You know what? Talk to my lab assistant if you want a rematch.
Needed like one more Wrath in this deck, I think. Let's see, we're gonna get milled out in a couple turns here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can memory back, right? We just don't have enough mana. I guess Brazen to bounce for a turn. Actually, no. Maybe we still have a kind of a small chance. So I guess let's... No, I want to do this beforehand. Okay, there's the Brazen. Am I still dead, though? No, I'm not quite dead. That's non-creature spells. I mean, I did just refuel the opponent with infinite cards, but... Sure. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Neutralize Elish Norn. They don't have a counter. And then I draw Star of Extinction, and maybe there's a chance. Okay, they didn't go for lethal. Which means I can flash this in. Try to block. Sure, whatever. Guess they're just gonna pass with like Epiphany open, so I'm gonna need to probably just like top deck the 1 out of 18 star. Ooh, I thought that was it for a second. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 mana, 12 mana. So I can go big score. Oh wait, is it better to brawl first? Yeah, it's better to brawl first here. Into big score. Hey! Oh, I didn't need to play the land for it. No, yes I did. To hold up counter. No, I didn't. I didn't because I have frickin' Brawl. Well, I guess if they had played Elish Norn, that would have killed it anyways, but... Yeah, slight mistake there on my part. I could be playing the land afterwards for an extra... Oh, no, I needed double blue? No, that made sense. We're fine. So now I do need to kill the Patient Rebuilding next turn with Soons, assuming we're not dead here. Alright, well, need to counter that. Okay. Are you saying there's a very small chance? I just lost my portal to Phyrexian. Dang it. So now what's left in our deck? I don't know. Yeah, there's Mama. Mama Norn. Yeah, that'll probably do her. Looks like we're not gonna find anything. Sure. You got me. GG's. Crazy game. We almost had a chance there. They just had too many threats at the end that we couldn't deal with. I'm sure there were spots where I could have played that better. Thought we were good once we resolved the Chandra, but... don't know. 3-1 now. And on to game number 5. Ooh, love that hand. Is there a reason to go turn 2 or turn 1 crab? Yeah, in case the opponent's playing a more aggressive deck. We can go turn 1 crab, turn 2 map. Go from there. They have a garden on turn 1. The only downside about playing out the tap line is I don't get to scry plus activate clue. What is going on here? Okay, that's a good draw. That's a no thank you. So we get to flip our map, which is pretty nice. I don't think we need that anymore. Soons into what though? That doesn't do anything currently. I think we can just let that thing resolve. Alright, if they make this attack, we'll go ahead and lose both treasures to Soons and eat their creatures. Grab Mountain here for field. I'll redo the Fable anyways. That's pretty good. Alright, Chandra, kill the cat. With Pact of Negation open, that's probably pretty close to game over, I would think. That doesn't matter. That also doesn't matter. Alright. I'm saying this one's over.
Let's get toasty.
That doesn't matter. They can bounce my token if they want to. Sure. Yeah, bounce Circuit Mender's good value. Draw another card. But again, none of this matters. All right, 21 life scoop. We like it. We like it a lot. That puts us to 4 and 1 loss now. So let's go to game number 6. The beats shall continue, but not the creature beats. Die rolls have been won again. Ooh, yeah, actually this hand's fine. Play the vision on 1, we can crab plus garden on 2. And then simply get to 9. How hard could that be? It's not like 9 mana is a lot of mana. Turn 2 Ornithopter. I'm gonna crack the passage for an island and then draw with the clue, because we don't really want to be drawing lands right now. I have a feeling we're very far behind already, though. My hand does not instill confidence. Yeah, turn 2 Ornithopter, turn 3 Solemn. That is... I wish I could be doing that right now. Planes as well. Okay, that was a decent draw. A little bit of interaction. Can lead into Pact. I'm scared of the opponent. Oh, their dog. That's what's barking. Let's mute that. Big score was also a fine draw. No real rush to do anything here, as long as we keep making our land drops. I will shock, because I might want a Sphinx's Rev at end of their turn for 3. Beef of Sanity. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, actually, I guess we can just let that resolve and then commit it at end of turn. Or I could just go for the Sphinxes for 3 end of turn. I think, actually, let's do that. Let's still just draw 3 cards. Nice. Even better. Let's go with Brawl here. Into Bolt the Thief. Land. Pass. Okay, big score away our planes, end of turn. Yeah, it's Epiphany again, looks like. Yep. Pack that. Get loot from Brawl's kind of sweet. Alright, must pay 5 here. Lantern. No, I think we're just gonna pass with neutralize and commit without having to use any of our treasures. It is also one I do not want to let resolve. Okay. Another opponent that conceded at 20 plus life. 5 and 1. Good stuff. Those are always the best, well, maybe not the best feeling wins, but they do feel very good. Just like the opponent's just so over it. You might not have had a way to win, but you demoralized them too much. Okay, on to game 7. And it's a good hand. Look at that. We got it all. We've got interaction and planeswalkers and land. Turn 1 Elvish Reclaimer, huh? Angerback Walker on a 1. We don't need to bolt that yet. We also have bounce, and that needs to get to a 5 toughness before bolt doesn't do anything. Plus, since we have Ral, I feel like we might want to just copy. Ooh, so this means they have a 3-drop in their hand. Crystalline Giant. Alright, well they should have played that pre-combat. I guess we'll just bolt that instead. Courser, and they did reveal a land. Must be nice. Another land on top. Sure. Think I'm okay playing out Ral here, because he's going to go up to 6 loyalty immediately. They have 4 damage on the board.
This is great. That thing's gonna get so sacked.
I mean, eventually I'll need a second white source, but I don't want to draw it next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so they're gonna hit Ral for 3 and then level up the Hangerback? No, they are gonna take attack for 4.
Oh, bruised my ego too.
Sure.
Like a bolt out of the blue.
That's almost not bad, because I have big score now, so I could cast that next turn, but... Oddity on top now. It's not great. Oh, they're gonna shuffle it away. How generous. Wait, are you kidding? It just shuffled the roll right back on top? Okay. I think it's probably worth keeping our Ral alive, even though we don't get the big score this turn. Oh, Pact of Negation is going to be good.
Come on. Breathe through it. Boom goes the thumb.
I mean, I almost don't even want to oddity or counter. Okay, yeah, we're just going to let that resolve. Ooh. Well, Star of Extinction is a nice hit. Yeah, let's Sphinx's Rev here for 2. And then I can Ral copy Pact of Negation, or copy Big Score if I want. Actually, copying Star of Extinction is not bad, because that would kill the Hangerback Walker tokens too. Oh, maybe that's better. Yeah, and Ral's dying to Star of Extinction anyways. Never mind, let's do this.
I have just the thing to take you out.
Kill Field of the Dead. Oh, also another reason to do this is because they have Reclaimer, and they could fizzle if I didn't target 2 different lands. Notably, maybe they didn't notice. Because Star of Extinction only has 1 target, Yeah. That would have been funny. Alright, we don't care about oddity resolving anymore, I don't think. Where's my Field of the Dead?
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn. Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Sky Turtle, their Field of the Dead back. Ah. Okay, I do think we're losing this game. We can hit Chandra for 4 here with the activation of the idol, yeah. I'm gonna have to pay 5 next turn to not die to Pact, of course.
Hey, jeez, enough. No pressure.
Okay, I'll play out the lands. I might big score away this counter spell. Maybe. They're drawing a lightning bolt? Sure. No, I probably need to hold on to the counter spell. Like, Chandra can take the 6, that's fine. This wouldn't be a problem if we could find our own Field of the Dead.
I'll try to come back for you.
Yeah, I'm glad I held the counter spell. So play land, make a 2/2. They're gonna draw a bolt for next turn. That's a great draw. Very good. Hold on to the land for big score, and if we draw our own field. So they have land and bolt in hand. They have a brick. Okay. This is where we turn things around. I'm gonna flash out the brazen, and I'm not gonna care if they bolt it. Ooh, another insane draw. Well, that might lock up the game. Yeah, that's insane. All right. Blow up their artifact, blow up their courser. 18 life scoop that time. Not even 20 life. Ay, 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 ay. 6 and 1. I tell ya. You just force blue, white, and red in this cube. Rather, you force Oracle of the Alpha, and even if you don't get the Oracle of the Alpha, your deck still ends up great. Easy monies. Super easy monies. Alright, game 8. On the draw, but hand is good. 3 island. I mean, I keep talking about Field of the Dead, but we never draw it, so maybe it doesn't matter that I have 3 islands and no other land types. That's a problem. The opponent is on the aristocrat style deck. So anytime one of their creatures dies, I lose 2 life. Anytime a creature of mine dies, I lose 1 life. We have a lot of good interaction, though. Ooh, and if they don't have anything there? Okay, well now I feel like we're pretty far ahead. We're just gonna discard the 1 island. This is gonna be Uber ramp into Portal. in 2 turns we can get Portal. That looks like a must counter for now. I do lose a treasure, but it's fine. We get the treasure back. Okay. That's the card I didn't want to see. That is indeed the one I did not want to see. But this is okay. We get to brazen their token back to their hand, and then they have to sack 3 creatures next turn. So -2, -1, discard a card, and the main one. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I'm losing 6 life here. Then I have to discard my Soons. Creature, and so what I can do is I can copy the token and then sack the token. And I have to sacrifice the reflection because it's a enchantment. And this way I get to keep my 2/2 here and don't give them an extra card. So now I get their Hourglass Coven. Seems good. Thanks, buddy. Let's go with the drain and the drain. Nice. No need to memory here. We just sit back on Portal plus Hourglass Coven. That should be... Wow! They have so much of the drain! Holy crap, they have so much of the drain. Fortunately, it looks like it's not going to matter. Yeah, let's take Blood Artist so we don't get completely wrecked. That's good. Okay, I'm fine with this. Everybody gets infinite triggers. Hold the land to discard to their hag. Hold up counterspell. We get Gix next turn. Nope. No massacres. Wow, that card would have sucked. Okay, and that, my friends, is another lovely 7 winner. Take a peek at the deck one more time. Look at that top end. Look at that top end. Look at how many 6+ mana spells I had. That Field of the Dead was garbage. We hardly ever drew it. We made like 2 tokens and they just died to Elesh Norn. But all right, nice stuff. Hopefully you guys like that. Like I said, there'll be some Vintage Cube starting next week, but Arena Cube is up for 1 more week, so we'll be doing that until then. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.